OFG Countdown. Top 10 Games of the Decade. Here at OFG, we like to look back, so we rounded up the top 10 games this decade had to offer. 2000 through 2010 held a lot of great games, so many that some great experiences didn't make this list. The meetings to make this list were intense. However, there's no denying that this list is the best of the best, the top 10 games of the decade. Number 10. Crisis. Crisis was more than a game. It was the benchmark for all games to follow. Crisis was the best graphics that video games have ever seen. It set the bar so high that no game has ever come close to touch it. It became the spec that every PC player wants to pass. However, this is not to say that the game is all about the graphics. Intense combat, innovative nanosuit abilities, and fantastic enemy AI made Crisis the 10th best game of the decade. Number 9. Halo 2. Halo changed the way we played games. Multiplayer gaming was usually done on LAN or split screen until Xbox Live with Halo 2. Xbox Live needed a game to create the community it is today, and Halo 2 launched it all. Halo 2 is the gateway to the Xbox Live we know today, and was a strong multiplayer game until they took the service down this April. The game itself was also very innovative. The legendary shield and dual wielding made Halo 2 the necessary game of the original Xbox. Number 8. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Call of Duty Modern Warfare was the first-person shooter that changed the genre forever. Modern Warfare brought their mechanics to the mainstream. Aiming down the sight, sprinting, and online perks were all made popular by this game. It also was one of the strongest games online, only to be passed along to its brother, Modern Warfare 2. The story of Modern Warfare was a thrilling one. Jumping between characters and armies, trying to take down Zakia was no walk in the park, and this game had you holding on for dear life the whole way. Number 7. The Orange Box. The Orange Box was a package of some of the best experiences of this decade. Inside the Orange Box was the Half-Life 2 series, which included Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Episode 2, The Lost Coast, and Deathmatch. Their famous Half-Life series was in full force with their challenging first-person shooter, which was very influential to the games we play today. Also inside is an OFG favorite, Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress 2 is a phenomenon on the PC, but never really took off on the console. The updates for the PC keep this game alive with almost perfect class balancing. This game could be the biggest game on the PC. Finally was Portal, the most innovative platform of this decade, hands down. Portal had you doing a very simple concept of going in one door and out the other, but the way it presented can blow your mind. Portal was one of the most well-known games from Valve, and is now going to be a full-length and price game in its upcoming sequel, Portal 2. Perhaps the best thing about the Orange Box is when it was released, it was all these games for about $60. It's one of the best deals of the decade. Number 6. Super Mario Galaxy. Mario had some of the great games in the past. He's been in sports, racing, and of course his own adventures in saving the princess. And that's what he does best. Mario Galaxy is so strong that some of the little side tasks you could do could be concepts for full games themselves. Mario has seen lots of changes over the years, but this game is setting a new bar for the hero. He's gone from 2D to 3D to an intergalactic planet-hopping thrill ride. This game alone is a valid reason to buy the Wii. Number 5. Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike was the game that defined first-person shooting. Counter-Strike was why you brought your computer to your friend's house to have a LAN party in the first place. It was a classic deathmatch game, and Counter-Strike is still going strong online because of how well it has aged. Counter-Strike has laid the rock-solid foundation of what first-person shooters are today. Number 4. Grand Theft Auto 3. Usually games you play have you play through level after level completing a game. But Grand Theft Auto 3 denied that formula. They created a 3D living, breathing world for you to explore and destroy at your own pace. This was the game that changed how games were thought about for game designers. Rockstar showed us that we must now design living, breathing worlds instead of just games. The game itself was great. I mean, some people jumped into the engrossing story with some of the most memorable characters in gaming history. Some didn't, and just blew up the whole city. That's GTA for you. And of course, modern sequels today follow in the same footsteps of this innovative sandbox style. Number 3. Halo Combat Evolved. Halo is one of the biggest franchises in gaming history, and this was the game that started it all. It forever changed first-person shooting. The concept of regenerating health is what ramped up the action in this game. This formula is to be used in just about every game after it. Think of the biggest games you play today, and you will see that they all use this concept. And of course, Halo is one of the best campaigns in gaming history. Master Chief has become a household name. He's had market spots from Mountain Dew, and of course his own product lines. The game was one insane mission after another, and is one of the best of the decade. Number 2. Diablo 2. Diablo is the best dungeon crawler of this decade. The cooperative nature of Diablo is what makes it so fun. A perfect class decision is what made Diablo 2 perfect for cooperative play. Taking down Baal with a party in hell is a moment people will remember forever. Diablo 2 is still played today almost 10 years after its release. Now we must wait in anticipation for the fabled Diablo 3 to rise from the depths of Blizzard. Number 1. World of Warcraft. All of the games on this list are some of the strongest in history, but how could they even compare to the 15 million players strong of World of Warcraft? Warcraft is so addictive and strong that we considered taking it off the list altogether because it is so good. World of Warcraft is not just a game your roommate plays all the time, but a pop culture phenomenon. It broke down all the gaming barriers such as age, gender, and even publicity for appearance in shows like South Park. It has worked its way into society and should have a warning label for how dangerously addicting it is, in the name of sleep depravity.